What's up guys, it's Allison. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to film a really chill, chatty, get ready with me and do my skincare and makeup and just chat with you guys on like how life is. Just a couple of weeks ago I was really inspired to work on some fashion videos for spring and just like get the ball rolling with some new videos as the season is changing. But with the coronavirus, I feel like everyone's lives have just been turned upside down, and it's definitely taken me some time to just get adjusted and figure out how to be prepared and starting to work from home. So just wanted to kind of chat how life has been going for me, and yeah, let's just get right into it. I wanted to show my little skincare tray that I got recently. This little brass tray is from H&M Home, and it just houses all of my tabletop skincare items, mostly just like large long bottles that I don't want to put lying down in a drawer. So yeah, I just thought that was really cute. My skincare routine has not changed at all really. In terms of like a skin update, if any of you guys watched my fungal acne safe makeup video, I was talking about how I like wanted to try it out for a while and see if it actually made a difference on my skin, and turns out that it did, because once I kind of started incorporating non-fungal acne safe makeup back into my routine, I noticed that my forehead was getting a lot more congested again. That was a little disheartening because honestly what I really want to try to do is just beat this fungal acne for good, and so I'm just gonna try to experiment a little bit. I'm gonna try using the Nizoral shampoo a bit more frequently to see if I can like knock out the fungus for good. I know everyone's skin is different and that for some people this condition will like never go away, so I'm just hoping that that isn't me, because honestly it would be really nice to just use whatever products that I wanted to that seemed like it would be a good fit for my skin. So that'll be a journey and I'll keep you guys updated. For now I'm just sticking to my same old routine. Sorry my voice is so raspy. I guess I'm just not used to talking this much in the morning, but I got these cotton pads from YesStyle and they're really nice because there's so many of them. Like I've been using this pack for a couple of months and there's so many left because these cotton sheets are just so thin. They're like not the softest cotton I guess, but I think they do the job, and as long as you make sure that you soak the cotton pad, which is pretty easy since these are so thin, I don't think they're going to be abrasive or anything. So I mean, don't take my word on it, but they're very affordable and it seems like it's going to last me a long time. So I'm just taking my Thayer's Witch Hazel toner. I really like toner because I feel like it just adds that bit of moisture back into your skin that helps other products absorb after that, if that makes sense. So yeah, like I said, my life the past 2 weeks has been kind of crazy. I feel like it's been hard for me to get back into the routine of making videos. Just going in with my Labo hyaluronic acid serum. If you guys don't know, I work full-time as a software engineer at a tech company, and so I had a project deadline coming up a couple of weeks ago, so I was pretty busy with making sure that got done. And whenever that happens, I just get so tired at the end of the day from working so much that I don't really have the energy to work on and prepare for videos. And after that, we started looking at a bunch of apartments because we were thinking about moving soon. Spoiler alert, we actually did find a place that we liked and we applied to, and fingers crossed everything goes well and we'll be in the new apartment at the beginning of the next month, which is April. But yeah, like that's been taking up some of my time, and obviously coronavirus has been a big issue throughout the rest of the world, and just a couple weeks ago the US started to take things more seriously and taking larger precautions to prevent it from spreading so fast and overloading the healthcare systems. But it's just a crazy time and I don't think anyone else has experienced something like this, so it's just pretty crazy how disruptive it can be. So I'm just gonna keep it really simple today. After the hyaluronic acid serum, I'm just gonna go in with my moisturizer. I'm on my second tub of the Oh So Simple water cream and I've been liking it a lot. Let me know in the comments below how you guys have been dealing with coronavirus, if you feel like the kind of guidance that you've been given has been working really well. I feel like some countries seem to be a lot more organized or just have a better infrastructure to be able to handle something like this. I'm just gonna go in with some sunscreen now, and it's currently Thursday. Yes, Thursday. And my company that I work at made the announcement for all of us to work from home for the rest of the month. They made that announcement on Saturday. So it was a pretty crazy sudden change because there was like no real announcement during that week prior, and everyone was going to work, and we were like, oh, like what's gonna happen? Like we have all these meetings scheduled for next week. Are we just like gonna proceed as normal? And it seemed like we were for a while, but things just got more serious quickly, and they decided that taking these precautions are necessary. I know that I have a job where I'm incredibly lucky to be able to work remotely for a month. Who knows how long this is going to go on for, and that I have a salary and my work isn't really going to be affected by the virus as much. But I know that there are so many people who aren't in this position. Their livelihood is really affected by this situation. I wanted to show you guys a new little foundation concoction that I've really fell in love with. I don't know why it took me so long to try it, but I've always heard such great things about the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation, and it looks like this. This is a really popular drugstore foundation, and it just so happens to be fungal acne safe. But because this is a like pretty satin matte kind of finish and is full coverage, what I've always been wanting to try is mixing it with some squalane oil. And I was scared that they weren't going to be able to mix well together, but turns out that it works fine, and I actually really like the finish that it gives. Foundation is so nice just because it gives so much coverage, but it looks so natural in the skin. And obviously mixing it with some oil will give it a bit of extra glow. I do need to pick up a lighter shade of the foundation because I feel like something about mixing it with the oil does something to the pigments where it gets quite a bit darker. So I'm still gonna use it today because it works, but I definitely need a lighter shade. And I pretty much like to do a 1-to-1 ratio of the foundation and oil. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm definitely very privileged and lucky to work a job where I can make just as much money and be in the comfort of my home. There are so many people who can't do that and are affected by this, and so I just wanted to read out a couple of suggestions that I've read in order to support local businesses or other places that are the most affected by the coronavirus. So a couple of ideas that I've read are that, like, if you're going to be working from home, you may have extra time on your hands where you might have like hired someone else to do that kind of work for you while you were at work. For example, having a dog walker or having a house cleaner. Those may be things that you initially thought you could cancel now that you're working from home for the rest of the month. But if you can, don't take away more work from these people and instead just continue to hire them to do the work that they have been expecting. Keep ordering food from your favorite restaurants, even if it has to be takeout or delivery, and also tip a bit more than usual. Someone suggested to buy gift cards from local businesses because they get that steady money now, but you yourself can spend that money whenever things get calmer, whenever you feel more comfortable. Specifically, try to support Chinese food restaurants since they are definitely the ones that have been hit the hardest. If you're in a position where you're going to be working from home and you need to purchase certain supplies or like a desk or a monitor or something in order for you to be able to do your work more efficiently at home, then try to support your local businesses before like just ordering off Amazon. Please let me know if you have any other suggestions as well. I'm just going in with my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer. I've been really liking this, and it also meshes well with the foundation. I ended up keeping the concealer in 2 different shades just because I thought it was nice to be able to brighten a little bit with it. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more. If you're a healthy individual, then I think the most important thing that we can and should do in this situation is just to be educated and prepared on what we can do and what we should be doing. Hopefully this isn't the first time that you're hearing it, but definitely wash your hands for at least 20 seconds, especially every time you come back from a place outside your home. Try not to touch your face or your nose or your mouth. I'm going in with the Flower Beauty blush bombs. Apparently both of these shades, Nectar and Melon, are Fungal Acne Safe, and I've been liking mixing them a bit. I've been really liking the blush look of bringing it closer to your temples and not quite in the apples of the cheeks. I feel like it's like kind of a trend right now, and I'm here for it because it definitely helps lift the face, and since I have some pretty big cheeks, I feel like it definitely is a more flattering blush placement for me. I kind of lost my train of thought on what I was talking about and what I wanted to say, but I feel like that covers a lot of it. I would honestly just love to hear what you guys are doing and how you're coping. If you're working or if you're a student, a lot of the people that I work with have kids, and it's like particularly hard because a lot of their classes are moving to like online, or basically you have to like homeschool your own kids. So that's just, it's basically impossible for parents to work remotely and also like take care of their kids full time. So it's not a great situation. Taking the Huda Beauty Tan Tour and just adding a bit more shape, I guess, definition to my face just a bit with some bronzer. I've been liking to keep it natural. I honestly haven't even been using highlighter lately. I feel like especially if I use enough of the foundation, it leaves quite a dewy finish. But yeah, it's just been so crazy seeing how things progress. Like the mayor of San Francisco banned events that were going to be over 1,000 people, so that would include Warriors basketball games, and then later that night they announced that the entire NBA season was just going to be canceled. But it totally makes sense because athletes are people who are going to be traveling all the time and just like being around a lot of people and germs and staying in hotels. I'm just gonna do brows really quick. I'm not going to use a Fungal Acne Safe brow product, which probably isn't the best idea because it's literally in the area where I get fungal acne, but I don't think it makes a huge difference, and I actually want to test it out because I much prefer my non-fungal acne safe brow product. And yeah, like I said, we will be moving out of this current apartment at the end of the month, and it's bittersweet. I've been honestly wanting to move for like probably 2 years now. Like last year I looked pretty seriously, but we didn't really find anything that we thought was worth moving for. And then this year I feel like I had a much better idea of like what we wanted in an apartment and what would actually be considered better than our current one, because to be honest, our current one is pretty great. It gets a ton of natural light, and our landlord is amazing, and we have like a huge kitchen, but we honestly don't need a huge kitchen, and we would much rather have more space in the living room, more space where I can like try to film videos. And so we are upgrading to a 2-bedroom apartment. I definitely want to film a apartment tour for this apartment before we move out. It's something that I've wanted to do for a while, and decorating this apartment has definitely been a gradual effort. And I wouldn't say that it's like unfinished exactly, but I feel like I've grown a lot in terms of like what my style is and learning how to actually design a space so that it's cohesive and really flows together. It's not like my ideal style right now, but I would say that the apartment feels very me, and it's been very cozy, and we've made it work really well for us. And definitely if you're interested in home stuff, I have a lot planned for the new apartment, so that'll be really exciting. Let's see, I want to do a pretty simple look. I have the ColourPop Sailor Moon palette, which is so cute. I was so bummed because I didn't get the blush, but I did get the palette and both of the lip glosses. I wonder if I want to use this right now, or I kind of want to dip into one of these palettes. I've been very into the kind of purpley and pink eyeshadows. I feel like it's just so pretty for spring. I think I'm actually going to try the Sailor Moon palette and see what I can do, because there is obviously a wider range of colors and it's not just all purples. I am actually going to head to the new apartment today and just take some measurements of all the rooms, because I really want to be able to see what we can fit in there, what size couch would work really well, and get a head start on like the big pieces that I want to put in this space, especially because couches can take a really long time to be delivered if you're doing like a custom order. My current apartment is definitely filled with more affordable furniture. Like everything is from either IKEA, Target, or like Wayfair, Overstock, those kind of places. Also living spaces. All of my like really big furniture, my sofa, my bed, and one of my nightstands is from living spaces. And I was super nervous from ordering from them because I just like read so many negative reviews and like thought things might be too good to be true, because the prices are really pretty great compared to places like West Elm especially, and they carry a lot of dupes for like West Elm furniture. But honestly, our experience has been really positive. We haven't had any issues with the furniture. The couch has held up pretty well, besides like the cushion kind of flattening out where we sit on it the most, but I mean, that's pretty minor. It hasn't gotten particularly worse recently, and it was really affordable, so like I can't complain. But I feel like this time around my tastes have definitely gotten a bit more expensive, and I have an idea of like what are things that I am willing to spend more money on. I have a feeling that furnishing the new apartment is going to be pretty pricey. Let me know if you guys know of good places to shop for furniture, especially couches. I feel like that's gonna be the most expensive thing. Living Spaces actually has some pretty nice sectionals, but I think they might be a little bit too big, and I wasn't like the biggest fan of the fabric that they used. West Elm has a ton of couches that I think are gorgeous, but they are definitely on the pricier side. Article is pretty nice too, but they don't have quite as big of a variety, and the prices aren't that much cheaper. I'm not sure if I want to go through like Wayfair or Overstock or something for a couch, just because returning from there is so hard, and I'd like to be able to sit on it and feel the fabric before I purchase it. The lining is very washed out, but I'm just doing a kind of a pinky purple kind of eyeshadow look, and I'm digging it. A couple of my favorite YouTubers have actually been moving recently, which is kind of weird since it is like a low season for moving. I feel like that also has kind of spurred me to find an apartment that I liked, because I just kind of caught that bug and am really inspired to move and like have a new space to work with. Okay, so I think that's all the makeup I'm going to be putting on right now. Let me just take you to the area where I've been doing all my work lately. So this has been my workstation for past couple of days, and will probably continue to be for the rest of the month. I don't have a desk or anything, but I am thinking about getting one for the new apartment, since we'll probably use the second bedroom as like an office. And yeah, I personally like working from home, but obviously doing it for an extended period of time isn't super healthy for anyone, and it takes a lot of work in order to be in a good place mentally and physically. I worked out yesterday morning for the first time in ages, and it felt really good. Like even just staying home for 3 days, I feel like my body just felt like so tight and uncomfortable. So definitely working out, going for walks really helps with that. I'm trying to make an effort to get ready as I normally would if I were going to work. So doing my makeup, putting on an outfit, I think it really just helps put you in that mindset of working and not just lazing around home all day. I think it's also important to make sure you plan time outside of your working hours. So if you're waking up early and you no longer need to commute to work, dedicate that time to going for a walk, reading a book or something, and also having plans for after 5 p.m. if that's when you stop working. I would also love to hear tips if any of you guys have tips on working from home. But that's pretty much it for this video. It's almost 9 a.m. so I should get to work, and I hope you guys are doing well. Stay healthy, wash your hands, and just take care of yourself. I will see you in my next video. Bye.